We got some N-word controversy to talk about today.
Yeah.
Let's get straight into it.
All right, so being from Chicago, right?
Mm-hmm.
What happened? Who is the lady?
So yeah, being from Chicago, going to school at Lane, and you going to Schurz, and Gina Rodriguez growing up on Diversity and Cicero.
Oh, I didn't know she was from the city.
Yeah.
Gina from the crib.
Yeah, she's actually from
Gina
right
from
over
the
there.
crib.
You know what I'm saying?
Kicked it with the dogs.
Now, this is what I don't understand. She is definitely like a Puerto Rican chick from over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, and all the Puerto Ricans over there use the N-word
Freely.
all the time.
Freely.
Right.
You know? So as a Puerto Rican from over there, I'm like, I don't understand why everybody jumped down the back. But then I didn't see the video of her singing the Fuji song. I just saw the video of the apology. And the apology is what pissed me off.
Did you see her facial expression?
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry if I offended anybody. If anybody felt offended by me using the word, by me singing a song that I've been singing for the last 20 years.
See, now nothing about what she did was ignorant except for that apology.
The apology was
That's straight
like,
ignorant,
whoa.
man.
Like, I understand. You know what I'm saying? You singing a Fuji song. You know what I'm saying? But like I was reading in the comments on Twitter, you chose this part of the song to post to Instagram. You could have chose a different 15 seconds of the song that didn't have the N-word in it.
Yeah.
And posted that to Instagram.
So,
you know?
let me try and play devil's advocate here. All right. So I'm thinking about this, and like you said, if she from out west and she Puerto Rican, you
Northwest side.
right, Northwest side. We all got Puerto Rican homies that say nigga like they is one or whatever the case may be. Not like they is one, but they use the word freely as if they people were oppressed and called this name as a form of oppression, right? Now, I would beg to say, on the side of devil's advocate, this is not my stance, but I'm thinking.
Well, don't be a devil's advocate in this situation.
No. I mean, I'm just saying that so we can further explore the topic, right? So I'm thinking the reason why her apology was so ignorant is because as a person listening to a song, they feel like it's not that serious because the Fugees ain't saying it in a serious way. I paid for the streaming services playing this song. I just paid to go to the Lil Uzi concert, and I was screaming nigga all night with the song. So what's wrong with me saying it? Especially if I'm saying it in a song.
That's what I don't understand. Like, what I don't understand, is it because she was sitting next to a white dude when she was singing it? Or
Gina?
Yeah.
No, my thing is this. I think a lot of people, we just hold Gina to a different standard because Gina has really been vocal about.
Ain't that her sister that played in the Fast and the Furious movies?
No.
She's been very vocal about representation and inclusion or exclusion and respecting the culture and certain things like that. So a lot of people, look, when you go on the internet, it's a lot of people that's going to agree with you. But for every one person that agree with you, it's going to be 500 that got something crazy to say.
Yeah.
So let me ask y'all this. Did you see Fat Joe's Breakfast Club interview when he explained it? Right? We talked about that, right?
Yeah.
How much does that reign true in this situation?
I fuck with Joey Crack. So
now this is what I'm saying, right?
I fuck with Gina. It didn't affect me when Gina said it.
See, so now Gina Rodriguez, right? She is more, I would consider her blacker than Tekashi 6ix9ine. You know? And Tekashi 6ix9ine
That's because he's not black at all.
literally said it 17 times in every verse. You know
In a very disrespectful manner.
in a very disrespectful
Like he
manner.
was.
I will shoot niggas. I will kill niggas.
Like
I
it
will-
almost sounded derogatory when he was saying it, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But nobody had a problem with that.
I did.
You know what I'm saying? And people were like playing it like you would drive
Right.
past the mechanic shop and it's all the mechanics in there just going.
Side note, we watching just for the Tekashi thing real quick. We watching a certain radio station in New York fold back on what their stance was regarding Tekashi 6ix9ine in the first place. I won't mention the name of the station because it don't matter. It's just the point that, man, y'all fostered and bred this thing that is Rainbow Dan, and now that he did some fuck shit, you want to disavow and act like you wasn't part of his rise to prominence.
Yeah.
So, man, you could suck a bag of
Dicks.
well, Thank you, Breezy. All right, back to our regularly scheduled program.
Yeah.
So how do you feel over? I feel like this overall about Gina and the N-word. I feel like black people make the rule on the N-word. And I was talking to my homie, and I was like, man, if you're in a room of 100 black people, right?
Mm-hmm.
You the Spanish motherfucker. Or you the non-black motherfucker. And
but that's not true.
everybody can say the word, right? All the black people can say the word, right?
Mm-hmm.
If 99 black people in this room agree with you saying the word, but one black person does not, you can't say it because it bothers that one black person.
Okay.
All right, so now.
So say it around the people that allow you to say it. Don't get mad when you come into a public forum like social media and you have the platform you have and you open to a bunch of haters. Y'all see she turned the comments off on all their social medias. So don't, when you come to that place, people are so quick to say shit, and people be on your page like, kill yourself, hope you die a terrible death of 1,000 slaves and 1,000 sinners. You're gonna burn up. The book of Revelation's gonna come to life in your house. Like, people go crazy on the internet, and it's like you can't expect more from them.
So now this is my thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
As Gina Rodriguez in this situation, right? I've gotten both sides of the coin. So on one hand,
Wait, Gina Rodriguez and mixed?
I don't think
I think
so.
she's just Puerto Rican.
You know what I'm saying? But like on one hand, I get the you not black. Nigga, you ain't black, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then on the other hand, I get the well, if you got one drop of black in you, you black.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do you have to openly acknowledge your blackness if you're not 100% black? Like me, like going back generations, everybody in my father, my generation is the first generation on my father's side of the family to like go out outside of the race.
Mm-hmm. The first ones to get in that swirl.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm black because I'm 50% all black and the other 50% some black. You know what I'm saying? Like, I consider my son to be Puerto Rican because he's 50% Puerto Rican. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's as black as half of me, you know? So, like, but like, I'm a black man everywhere I go. There's nowhere that I go, even when I'm speaking Spanish to Mexicans, I'm still a black man from Chicago.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And nobody is going to acknowledge that I'm not a black man from Chicago. I can tell them, yeah, my grandma was born in the Dominican Republic. Like, that's what I say nowadays, just like to
Blanket it off.
filter out the confusion. I'm not going to tell you that I'm Dominican because you're going to be like, well, you look at your hair or look at the way you talk English.
Being around you for these many years, I've always noticed your struggle in one particular area. If we go into a place where there are Spanish-speaking people and you come in speaking fluent Spanish, they always look at you like you did something.
Yeah.
Like it was some magic trick you did, like you pulled the fucking rabbit out your hat or something. You know what I'm saying? So I get it.
Yeah, so like it goes both ways for me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because like I go around your side of town.
Yeah.
And they're like, what's this white person doing?
Right,
over
you
here?
white where I stay. Yeah.
Right.
You know?
Did y'all see the second video? She got a video from a couple years ago. She was doing a skit.
Now hold on, let me add before you go there. Let me add my overall feelings in.
Okay.
So, I think about language, right? And I think about this table right here and what we represent when we come in and do this show every week. And I think about words. Words have no rules. You can say whatever you want to say.
Exactly.
And I will support you being able to say whatever you want to say. As far as being offended, that's subjective. You know what I'm saying? Like, people, you can't control what people are going to be offended by. You know certain things are inherently wrong to say.
You know, certain things are going to offend certain groups of people.
Right. But if you being true to yourself, you can't be concerned with that.
Yeah.
And if you're a fucking scumbag and you say things like calling little black girls to get arrested, animals or whatever you choose to say, that's just wrong. That's just wrong.
Yeah.
Now you can't be concerned about how I feel because that's how you feel. But if the situation escalates and you in turn get damage done to your image or how you portray yourself, then that's all a part of living in America.
Period.
I don't know, man. I'm tired of the whole cancel culture. Like,
Look, cancel culture is not real though.
Not real,
25
man.
years ago.
Who's been canceled that stayed canceled? If
And
they
that-
couldn't look, if
Bill
they couldn't,
Cosby.
if they couldn't,
No, we
nah,
didn't
but
cancel
he,
Bill. He never got canceled.
yeah, Bill
Yeah,
never got
Bill
canceled.
Cosby got canceled.
He
Bill never got
he
canceled.
went
bro.
to jail though for rape.
So that's canceled.
Nah,
That's not really.
we
Can-
still fuck with
So
Bill.
what? Y'all waiting for him to get out to do another
Yes.
stand-up?
Hell
Y'all-
fuck yeah.
y'all waiting
About
for-
prison.
Y'all waiting for Netflix to give Bill Cosby $20 million?
I mean,
Yes.
if Bill is doing stand up
love
and I'm
Bill
around,
Cosby.
I'm definitely watching. I'm a fan of comedy. I can't lie.
I'm a fan of Bill.
Harvey Weinstein,
We don't know.
But
who
he
that
was
is.
convicted of a crime. He's a criminal.
Epstein.
He's a criminal.
he
Like
got-
these
he-
are criminals.
He canceled
We
himself.
talking about people that do things that are offensive, not illegal.
Rainbow Dan. It is not illegal to snitch.
But he's not canceled neither.
He's
not.
He
though.
ain't
People
canceled.
still listen to music.
That cancel culture shit ain't real, boy. Look, if the Jewish people couldn't cancel Mel Gibson,
Yeah.
that shit ain't real.
Yeah.
On
R.
the real.
Kelly ain't even canceled.
And that's
No,
what I think
yeah, no,
about when
he
I think
never
about
will be.
people saying nigger freely. The power in words is only dictated by the people that control them. You'll never see anybody going on an Instagram video and using Jewish slurs and being able to apologize for it.
Yeah.
Like that's just not gonna happen.
Well, I guess that's so. This is my thing.
You can't speak anti-Semitic and come back from that unless you Mel Gibson.
So this is my thing here. I don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I say hashtag Black Don't Stop, and I put
Yeah.
up flags from all over the world and show you black people from all these countries that have done great things for their people and the world. You know what I'm saying? Who have accomplished great feats.
Yeah.
I see. You know what I'm saying? Brazilians and
Sierra
Trinidadians.
Leoneans.
Yeah, Senegalese.
Yeah.
And Russians,
Mhm.
French people, and
Frenchmen.
Canadians. You know what I'm saying? Like these are all black people. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying?
Floridians.
hey, we don't want those.
You know what I'm saying? Like these are all black people who have done great things.
Okay.
Like what does it take to be black? That's the question. You know, like because
Being black, motherfucker.
no, it's not that simple. Because like if you're
It's the
Brazilian,
acknowledgement and it's the education and it's
See, I think
is that
blood
what it
and
is?
it's-
Is it
it's a-
acknowledgement?
I think such a nondescript terminology for a nationality and a race as black.
It's a race. It's not a nationality.
Yeah,
'Cause your nationality is the
tough.
flag you fly.
And I would beg to say most of the people that we call black wouldn't claim that as their race. The only people that claim black as a race is the people that don't know what race they are.
right.
But no, black is the race. The nationality is like I'm Cuban or I'm like I was watching this video of this Puerto Rican dude from Lower East Side, and he was just like I guess his dad's black, his mother's from Lower East Side, which is like the black community in Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Like this is where like Tego and Don Omar and
Calderon.
all the black people come
Yeah.
from. You know what I'm saying? And they he was like, if you ask my mother her nationality, she's gonna tell you she's Puerto Rican. If you ask my mother her race, she's gonna tell you she's a black woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's like I'm American. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Chicago, Illinois. I'm an American born human being, you know? But I'm black.
So
because I'm black.
So you're saying the terminology of black is being used similarly to how an Irishman or a Scotsman would use the term white.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or even nowadays, Italians.
Right,
Which
right,
wasn't
right,
like
right.
that
Okay.
50 years ago.
I get that.
You know what I'm saying? And you could be Russian or from Denmark or from Scotland, Finland. These are all white people.
So I
You know
guess
what I'm saying?
the term is nondescript to people who don't have nationalities.
Or you could be from Mexico. You could be born in Mexico and be white. You could have two white parents and be born in Mexico.
Yep.
You're a Mexican citizen, a Mexican national, but you're a white person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
just, same. You could be in Japan and have two black parents and be a black person from Japan.
Like
Yeah.
Elon Musk is African American.
Yeah, Scarlett Johansson is an African American.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know if they're African Americans. They're just South African. You know, they were born and raised in South Africa.
Right. Bad example, but
yeah, they're not
That was
African.
the
tough.
point
That
is,
was tough.
yeah.
Just like Vic Mensa is African American.
Yes.
Exactly.
His mother
Yeah.
is an American white woman,
Yeah.
and his father is an African man from Africa. So he's African and American, but he's not a ADOS. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Oh, did y'all see the?
And that's another thing. Like, you can do the research, and there is Puerto Rican ADOS, and there is Cuban ADOS, and Jamaican ADOS. Like, these are all people whose whose ancestors were brought here from Africa to these islands.
During the transatlantic slave trade.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, so these were people who came to these islands, you know, had kids on the islands with the masters, and you know what I'm saying, and then they got shipped to the mainland or down to Brazil or
You know
down
what?
to wherever
Yeah,
they were
but
going.
on the Gina thing, it's like
I would say this, all right, because going down this little history lesson just made me very frustrated when I thought about what we're actually doing. So I'm gonna take this stance officially. I think that anybody who wants to say the N word, hard ER, soft A, however you want to say it, say it.
Yeah,
That's how I feel, because if you're calling somebody that in a disrespectful way, I can call you a donkey. In a certain time in American history, that was disrespectful when we had to fight. But ain't
Yeah, I
nobody
think-
gonna stop
I
you
mean,
from saying it.
you just
So
be ready for the consequences.
right, you say that shit, and if you calling yourself that, you have to deal with the ignorance that come with it.
yeah.
So
yeah.
the thing, okay, one of the things that a lot of people were upset with, they were like, "Oh, Gina was too comfortable." You know, internet, Black Twitter gonna do the research.
I hate
Doom,
the
doom,
fucking
doom, doom,
internet.
doom, doom,
I
doom.
hate it. I hate it.
Internet, Black Twitter does the research, and
I
there's
hate
this
this.
video of Gina talking to like two black dudes, and I don't know if she was like a gym teacher. I don't know what the fuck she was, man. But basically, she was looking the nigga in the face, and she said, "Take a lap, nigga." And he was like, "I don't." She was like, "Take a lap, nigga," and everybody was like,
What's the big fucking deal?
I don't know, man.
so everybody was looking
That was-
sideways because in that it was like,
See, but that's the problem with the internet,
This
because
level.
this is a snapshot.
Yeah.
If this is a player that she's
man,
coaching,
look, this how I feel
And
about
it
it.
could also
But
be
we
like
don't know if she was a coach. She was in regular clothes like me and you, bro. She was just a little Spanish motherfucker talking to a grown ass black man.
so that
That is the
disqualified the whole
level.
thing.
That is the level of like
But
how they feel.
that
But
whole
we
thing is
also did the
disqualified
same
because
shit.
we don't know the context.
That's the
we don't know
same
where
shit
that
that went
come
down
from.
when Drake had the blackface. That's why I feel like this whole Gina thing, it was gonna blow
See,
over
that's
by
some
today,
bullshit,
and
too.
nobody
Yeah,
cares.
it's all
and
some
guess
bullshit.
what? It blew over by today.
yeah.
I don't think it was anything that
Now-
should have blown up.
So now, is Drake black because he claims to be black and
It's-
he honors black culture? Well, I mean, he's a culture vulture, but he definitely he keeps his father around as like a trophy.
Look, I'm
And, you know,
gonna go by the way I was taught. If you got a drop of black blood in you, you black, because you're not white anymore.
Those are facts.
anymore. So,
Ever?
so what's
I
the
mean, you were a
difference
sperm.
between saying that and saying if you got a drop of white blood in you, you white because you're not black anymore?
Because you
'Cause
can't
your
take
ass-
any other
nah,
color and make
that's it.
white.
Yeah, yo, that's
Any
That's
color
what
you
it
drop
is.
into white is no longer white.
Yeah, you could drop a lot of colors into black and it'll still be black.
Yeah.
Yes.
It'll be a little foggy black, but
But
it'll
it's still
be
black.
Still
It's
black.
more black than white.
Yeah.
black.
know?
Don't stop.
Black don't stop is the lesson here, people. And black
Hashtag.
doesn't stop. Hashtag that. And highlight
mean-
some of the notable black people that are not stopping that you're familiar with.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's
Please.
leave it on that note.
Yeah.
Okay.
That
Shouts
was
out to all
that was a lot.
the beautiful people. There was a lot.
That was a lot.
And I feel like that was necessary.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's still questions that I have that aren't answered.
It's too many questions.
They'll never
man.
be answered.
It won't.
Yeah,
It
right.
won't. I mean, because it's tribalism at the end of the day.